I'll be presenting my analysis of the safety training data by Python script. The primary goal of this analysis was to explore the dataset to identify pattern, compare two different dataset, and share these findings through data visualization. Before diving into the result, I want to outline the methodology what I used actually. All the analysis and visualization you are about to see are generated using the Python script, Python 3, and Spider ID, and some libraries I use. That's Pandas, Matplotlib library, and Seaborn. These are for the statistical plotting. And there is a Excel sheet or CSV file that's contain the raw data of participant response and the questions, where in the first column representing their demographic information, like who is beer system 1 or 2, their belongs to their age, um, their genders, all sort of things. And then T1 to T6 questions, some hypothetical safety related event present to the participant and ask them about the response on it. Numbering 1 to 4 actually, each number indicate a specific theme of the response. And there is another kind of question, that's S1 to S35 regarding the training experience question. Those are related to like participants attitude, cognitive absorption, and transportability. And the step of this code, okay, so I can show the Excel sheet really quick. This is the Excel sheet I just talked about. And so this is the Python code in Spider. So the step is to load the data actually, to read the file, then rename the column for the clarity, and convert the column to numeric format. Then here compute safety knowledge code using correct answer, that is T1 to T6. And then we are actually generating visualization, box plot, and bar chart. If we hit the run button, then you can see here all of these plots. All of this plot actually we are now um, about to discuss here. So the first, let's look at the participant. This chart shows the gender distribution across the two um, condition, system 1 and system 2. Both groups are prominently shows the male participant, which is generally representation of the like real construction industries. The both groups are comparable in size and composition, although in system 1 you can see the female participant is a bit higher by the percentage than the BR system 2. Now it is the age distribution by safety course taken. um, Here we can see we can actually for each VR system, participants were categorized into two groups actually. A younger group that is 30 or below, or an older group that is 30 plus. If you look at VR system 1, a significantly large number of participants had already taken a construction safety course than those who don't. But if you can see closely, then you can see that those who are taken the construction course or not, they're kind of like 50-50, has 56% and 46%. And here is 54% and 46%. So the percentage is not significantly different. They're like around 50. So here, okay, you can see this S distribution safety course taken overall. We can see the younger group, their maiden is like 22, and those who have taken the course or not doesn't matter. But when it's about the older group, then you can see those who have taken courses, their median is like 45, and the range is 45 to 55. But those who are not taken the course, they are more than 58. Okay, now septic course taken by the educational background. Here you can see the ACC, that's mean those who are coming from the architecture, construction and civil background. Those are like called here as a SSC, and those who are not coming from the construction, civil and like architectural background, we call them like the others. So here we can see the more participant in VR1 taken the safety courses overall by percentage wise, but for both groups, a significant portion of the participants are not taken any safety courses regardless of the education background. Safety courses taken the educational background, that's our overall. So across both group, most participants are in the early 20s, but there are some notable outlines, especially in the yes categories. You can see here indicating a few older individuals have completed safety training. The the interquartile range here are relatively tight. You can see it's maybe I can say like 20 to 25 within the range, and that's suggesting actually a concentrated age distribution for both groups. And safety knowledge score by condition, both this is actually three question rating. One, uh, the question is rate your understanding of the following topics like GIFs, construction safety management, and OSHA regulation. The one is like high understanding, and 6 is low understanding. So both peer group maiden is 4 represented the low understanding of like GIF and OSHA and safety management. On the surface, this suggests that neither system has better than the other in average, and both groups need improvement in this section of knowledge. Now we are going to analyzing the hypothesis scenario, that's T1 to T6. Here T1 is like your worker place a heavy range on the top of the ladder, which later fall while the worker answering a phone call, and the correct response is like never leave the tool stored on the top of the ladder, or maybe around this theme. That's it's inappropriate to store anything or tools in the ladder like that. So let's see the result. Here you can see that for T1, T4 and T6, T1 is tool left on the ladder. T4 is improper use of skid steer bucket, and T6, that's brick fall from the upper floor. For this four, for all groups, their performance is like very strong, good. So they know actually about these things. They know the safety. They are aware of the safeties. And all of these three questions, all of these three cases, behavior group 2 shows a slight better awareness or knowledge. But the other question, T2, T3, and T5, all of this group actually shows a very small awareness. Like so, in summary, we can say beer system 2 slightly outperforms beer system 1 overall. However, both systems shows a need of improvement in the scenarios like T2, T3, and T5. Okay, now we'll discuss about the question that's S1 to S12. The question was, would you how you'd like to describe the training experience on scale 1 to 7? 1 is a strongly disagree and 7 is strongly agree. And S1 is like appealing, S3 positive, S9 likable, S12 sophisticated. Let's see the result. Here we can see that S1 to S4, that appealing, useful, and positive and good. Both beer system receive modest rating with medium like 2 3 indicating neutral to slightly negative impression. Have some outlier who's highly agree, but that number is few. And S5 to S6 actually favorable and attractive shows a slightly increase with the median around 3, suggesting growing appreciation but still not agree. S7 exciting, they feel exciting about the training. Receive the highest median score of 5, showing a strong participant engagement in both systems. And S8 to S12 actually pleasant, likable, um, interesting, sophisticated. So the maintain is generally like favorable response, slightly negative to neutral, and in some cases agreed. But overall, both VR system 1 and 2 were rated poorly. No strong agreement from most of the participant. Yeah, we have some. We can see some participant, those who are agree, but their number is maybe not the significant few. So although some cases, yeah, but still you need serious improvement on this training to make it a more like likable to the participant in both peer system. Now the question is, rate your agreement with the following statement from scale 1 to 7 again, like S13 time went very quickly, S14 uh, lost my track, S18 had a fun, it S20 enjoy the training experience. Let's see the result. So here you can see this chart actually explore cognitive absorption, which is the measure of how immersed and engaged user felt during the training session. And firstly, let's look at the general enjoyment and absorption question. That's like the similar kind of question, like S16 that's felt absorbed into the training, S18 that's had fun, S19 very enjoyable, and S20 enjoy the experience. So both system perform very well and quite similar, but BR2 shows a slightly better result than BR1. And S13 and S14 actually time distortion. BR2 actually shows higher rating, indicating stronger temporal immersion than BR1. What does mean? That's mean BR2 participant reported time passing quickly and losing track of the time during the training. Now, similar kind of three question actually. S17 got distracted, S21 feel bored, S23 no control, which is a negative statement, all of these three. And VR2 user agreed more strongly than the VR1. And lastly, S24 and 25 actually curiosity and imagination question. For the both case, course trend positively, and especially VR2 system indicating stimulation of curiosity and imagination of, or like creativity. In summary, VR2 shows actually in a little bit stronger cognitive absorption, particularly in S14, S17, S19, S24, and 25. Both systems generally achieved favorable given outcomes, but not significantly enough to declare the training experience effective. Now we are discussing about the agreement on transportability questions. That's 26 to 20, yes, 26 to is 35. Let's go to the result. Here we can see oh, this actually the transportability. What this mean? This measure actually how much user felt they were transported into the narrative of this training or experience, feeling like they are part of the event or emotionally connected with all of these questions. Okay. Again, we are using 1 to 7 scale. Okay, so here in this graph too, we are kind of seeing a similar type of question like S26, that's lose myself in the experience. S28, envision myself to the event. S33, emotionally affected. So they are all positive statement, and both VR system perform very similarly. In and also you can see the S30. Actually, I got distracted easily. S34, my mind often wander, and S27, difficult to tune out actually activities around me. All these cases, these are like negative questions, and VR1 user agreed more strongly than VR2 here. Okay, and thank you.